Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Neha and I make videos related to books, and welcome to a brand new format on my channel, which is I make my TBR from my TBR jar. So yeah, if you've been following me for a while, you might know that I have a lot of 100 books and I always keep a track of it on an Excel sheet. But that number is just there, and while it does give me anxiety, I just don't follow through on trying to read all of them. So I thought, and I've been seeing this on the internet for a while, that a physical manifestation of the number of books unread on my shelves that I have would help me to finish them faster. So I set out to make a TBR jar. Unfortunately, the jar was not enough, so I had to make a TBR vase. And I thought I will pick out my March to read books out of this particular vase right here. But before that, to set some context on the volume that I'm talking about, I have my iPad here with my Excel sheet open. So I have a total of 123 unread books on my shelves here, and I'm talking about physical books over here, that books I have bought and have not yet read. So this vase has 123 chits. And I have divided them into various genres, and the colors each represent a particular genre, which makes sense in my mind. So I have classics, I have modern classics, I have contemporary, I have Indian fiction, I have non-fiction, I have miscellaneous, which I've kind of clubbed with contemporary, and I have short stories. So these are all the genres that I have. But before I talk about the books in these categories, I just want to take you through the process of making this jar, because I genuinely had so much fun doing like this arty thing, especially with the books that I've not read. So here's a flashback as to how I made this jar. Hello. It is Thursday night right now. It's about 10:30 p.m. and I have set off to do a very interesting thing, which is basically update all the unread books that I have on my shelves in my handy dandy Excel sheet that I hear, because I want to do a project which I will make a video as well. But right now I'm just logging all the books. So yeah, that's the plan. Here's where it gets embarrassing. I have so many of these red spines because I just think that they look so lovely, and I've not read any of them, and that's what I'm aiming to solve with this system. Same with these, and mostly same with these as well.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I have gathered all my supplies. I have an empty jar. I have markers. I have colored paper. I have scissors and pencils and scale. And I have my laptop with my list. And now we start the fun part.
It slams that one into the ground and can't be covered. Overs 1 for 24.
You know, before I was your assistant, I was your nurse. You know what? That means I'm still your nurse. So I'm not gonna let anything happen.
End of flashback.
So yeah, back to the present day. So that brings us to step 3, explaining the TBR jar to you. So I have, like I mentioned, I have 6 genres in this, and I have a separate jar for the books that I have picked out from my shelves. I have tried to read, but for whatever circumstances I could not get into the book, but I want to give them a chance again. So they are a step away from DNFing, but I do want to give them another chance. So I have segregated those books as well, and those are about, let me tell you, those are about 25 in this jar over here. So these are the color orange. So the plan is to pick out one every month from this and try to read this. But coming to the main category of unread books, let me talk to you about the different colors. So I have blue, which is classics, so this light blue here. Then I have green, this one, modern classics, because as you've seen, there are a lot of these modern classic editions that I've not read, and I wanted them to have a separate genre so that it's easier for me to get through them. Then I have pink, which is more contemporary lit fic section. Then yellow is Indian fiction. Then I have purple, which is non-fiction. This surprisingly is the biggest category for me. I have 30 books to be read here, because this is not a genre I usually go for, but I have a lot of books, so I do want to get through these as well. And I have short stories, which are this red. Yeah, this red. So yeah, that's the TBR jar. Let's get down to step 4, which is picking out my TBR for the month of March 2025, which I'm so excited about. So yeah, the plan of action is I want to pick out 4 books blind. So 3 out of this and 1 out of this. I have also left Instagram polls and a Threads post. So on Instagram, I had left these polls. I'll just put up the pictures here. I've left like shade cards, and I've asked my followers to choose between this or that. So I've left 3 this or that options, and people have chose through that, and I will pick 3 books out of the chosen colors from my Instagram page. And I left a similar poll on Threads as well. Not many people responded, but I'll pick 1 book out of the chosen genre of Threads as well. So I hope I'm clear. So I'm going to pick out a total of 8 books, 3 blind from this, 1 from my try again jar, 3 from my Instagram picks, and 1 from my Threads picks. So I hope it's making sense. I'll put up like all the guides on the screen. But now let's get to picking. Firstly, the blind pick. I'm so excited for this. So I just love doing this. It's such a nice feeling. Anyway, let me give that a good mix. I'm gonna close my eyes, go in blind, pick out a chit. It's yellow, so Indian fiction. It's the Enchantress of Florence. This is a Salman Rushdie. I'll show you all the books at the end. So that's pick 1. Then moving on to pick number 3. Blue. So blue is what? Blue is classics. Oh no. Jude the Obscure. This is a really obscure book actually that I picked out from a Matunga market. So interesting. Then the third and the final blind pick from this jar is purple. Oh no, I've got 2 purples, so I'm picking 1. Non-fiction, The War That Made R and AW. This has been on my list for quite some time. So that's the blind picks from this. And moving on to the blind pick from the try again bucket. God. These are all mixed genres, by the way, so it could be anything really. Oh. Again, another non-fiction, The Courtesan, The Mahatma, and The Italian Ramen. You know what? I tried reading this. I just didn't like the style, but I do want to give it 1 more chance. If I still don't jive with the style, I will probably DNF it. So yeah, those are the 4 blind picks. Now, moving on to my Instagram polls. The first poll that I had was, let me pick it out, yeah, was between blue and green, and 67% people chose blue. So 67% people wanted me to read a classic book. So let's pick out the blue from here. I can see a blue in the corner here. Can you see this? Yes, this is the blue. Let's see. This is so much fun. I'm just having a blast. The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot is the pick. Yeah, these are some chunky books for the month. I don't know how many I'll be able to get through them, but here's to trying. Then the next poll was between pink and yellow. I'll obviously put the screenshots here, and 62% people chose yellow. So another Indian fiction pick for me. So let me give it a good whirl. You know, putting it in a circular vase like this seems like a good idea. But anyway, picking out this one over here. let's see what this is. Panipat. Again, another chonkster, if there ever was one. Oh my god. I will show you all the books towards the end. You will get what I'm talking about. And then between purple and red, it was a 50-50%, which is just, what are the odds? I guess the odds are exactly half. So I will pick a red because we've already chosen one purple. So short stories pick for the month: The Lesbian Cow and Other Stories. This is a translated fiction short story collection. So I'm glad. Moving on to what Threads picked out for me. Not, like I said, not many people responded, but blue was the biggest pick. So let's pick up Blue Shade. So another classic added to the mix. I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to read, but it's good to have options, right? So yeah. The Threads pick is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. So yeah, those are all the picks for the month of March. So a total of 8 books have been picked. Let me pull them out from my shelves. I'll show them to you and then we'll get talking and probably wrap up this video. So yeah, let's quickly go through the books and I'll show you the copies that I have. The first 4 are the blind picks. So I have The Enchantress of Florence by Salman Rushdie. This is a thrifted copy. I've had it for a while. So this is about, it's a historical fiction, kind of a magical realism book. I haven't read a Salman Rushdie in a while. The last book I've read of was his memoir, Per Knife. So I'm excited to pick this up. Maybe this will be the first book I start with. Who knows? Then I have Jude the Obscure. This really obscure copy. Once again, a thrifted one. So there's literally nothing about this book on its pages. So I will just probably have to go into this blind, but it is in really good shape. For a book which is this old, it's in beautiful shape. I only aspire to keep my books in such a good condition. Whoever the previous owner of this was, incredible. I think this was published in 1963, by the way. So that's incredible. Then the non-fiction pick, The War That Made R&AW. I bought this from the infamous Westland shutting down hall, though Westland eventually didn't shut down, but R&AW's intelligence wing of India. So I think this is a book that I've actually heard a lot of people talk about how good it is. It talks about the origins of the agency and the war that kind of started the need for it. So the 1962 war against China and the 1965 one against Pakistan, which were both failures of information gathering. The officer who would be given charge of this task was R.N. Rao. So yeah, good pick. I think it will be a good plain pick before, and I am traveling a lot this month as well, so that's good. And then the other non-fiction pick is the one which I want to try again. This is The Courtesan, the Mahatma and the Italian Brahmin by Manu S. Pillai. The problem with this, when I had first started it, it has really short stories, like I think 2-3 pages, and I just could not get into it as much. So I want to give it one more go. If I'm not able to read it, then that's that. I will probably DNF this. So yeah, that's the 4th one. The Instagram picks, Mill on the Floors by George Eliot. Again, a thrifted. I think most of the books that I have are thrifted, except for 2. So yay, I'm getting through my thrifted books. This is George Eliot's Experiences on Provincial Life. Sounds interesting. This has really small font, so that's going to be a challenge, and once again a chonkster. So let's see. Panipat by Vishwas Patil, a huge chonkster if there ever was one. For the longest time I used to think this was non-fiction, but no, it is fiction. It is translated from the Marathi by Nadeem Khan, and it is about the 3rd battle of Panipat between the Marathas and the king of Afghanistan, Ahmed Shah Abdali, to claim the throne of Delhi. So yeah, big chonkster, and again another historical fiction. So this is clearly a month of Indian fiction and non-fiction for me. So yeah, I genuinely have no complaints, because I end up picking so less of these 2 genres, even though I have so many books about them, and I just need that push. I just need that push to pick them up and read them, because I am sure I'm going to like or love all of them. So yeah, anyway, the short stories collection, another Indian one, The Lesbian Cow and Other Short Stories by Indu Menon, translated from the Malayalam by Nandakumar K. I have been showing this book for a while. It's been on my shelves for a while, so I'm keeping it on my bedside, and every day I want to read one story from this before I sleep. So that's how I want to go about it. And then the last book, The Threads Pick, another classic, another thrifted classic, North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. This was actually a Secret Santa gift. The font in this is a little, yeah, but it is the story of the heroine's movement from the tranquil setting of rural southern England to the turbulent industrial north, the tale of hard-fought triumphs of good over evil and of rational thought over prejudice, the emergence of respect in the face of hatred, the eventual blossoming of love will thrill the readers as much today as it did when it was first written almost 150 years ago. Intriguing. So yeah, those are all the books that I have picked out from my really nice TBR base. And that is going to be my TBR for the month of March. I want to vlog my way through reading all of these. So I'm hoping that there will be very many videos coming your way. I know I have been irregular, but I want to get back. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you very soon.